Hello everyone, this is CY. Once again, thanks for joining us. Yesterday, a customer of mine purchased a set of Espresso equipment from us, and he also do a trade-in to sort of offset the machine. Usually, we don't take trade-in because we find it hard to sort of resell the second-hand machines. But then for these particular machines, I'm pretty interested in, which is actually the Bezzera Magica PID. First of all, why I'm interested in this machine is not because of the spec of this machine, but it's rather the logo, right? You know, the Chinese New Year is coming in about a week time, and then you know the Bezzera logo. Let me show you. Right, so as you can see the Bezzera logo, let me zoom in it for you. Right, you know, this year is the year of the snake, the upcoming one. And you see the logo of the Bezzera, which is actually a snake. And it's actually a snake devouring a human. That's pretty interesting logo, right? I'm going to do some research on the branding and why the logo is designed this way. But this is the Bezzera Magica PID. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a restoration of the machine. The machine is working 100% perfectly normal, right? It's a heat exchanger with PID functions. Dual gauge, very powerful steam. You can see that I already removed the joystick for servicing. I'm going to show you how I remove this one, the other joystick, and then I'm going to do some cleaning and do some lubrications. I'm going to disassemble the group, do some lubrication, and I'm probably going to swap out with flow control system on this. Then we'll see whether any customer will like the second machine, then we can push this one to them. If not, we can still use this machine for our training for barista classes. So let's get started. Alright, so you can see this is actually the joystick assembly. I've taken out all these. I will find a replacement that is wood. I will change out all these to wood eventually, but this is a very simple assembly, right? It's a lot of black color lubrication that was before, so I'm just going to replace this with some food grade lubricants. Right, but first of all, let's wipe out all the gunk that's inside there. You can see the black color stuff that's inside there. Right, so let's just clean it out. Oh, it's pretty dirty. Right, just use simple tissue paper to give it a wipe down. Make sure there's no more black stuff. You can see all the black stuff is coming out. Right, so let's have a go at it again. Right, it's getting better. Right, so that's one of them. So let me get the lubrications. Right, this is food grade grease. Right, the assembly is actually very simple. Right, it's supposed to be like that. And this is supposed to be now here, and you can see they are just having some sort of a ball and socket joints here for the joystick to turn. Right, so simply let me just loop here with some lubrications. Alright, be generous about it. Okay, so then we can actually put this back. Right, and then very simply we can just screw it back on with a flathead screwdriver. You can do that to your probably joystick sort of system. Right, so make sure it's tight. Alright, okay, you can wipe off the extra lubrications. Okay, so now it's pretty good. It doesn't need a lot now, sorry. So you shouldn't be using a lot, just use enough so that it's smooth and not grinding metal against metal. That's fine. Alright, so now let's put this back onto the machine. The installation is pretty straightforward. Basically, you just have to screw it in all the way. Now, if you screw in too tight, your joints, your ball and socket joint will not be able to move. So you need to adjust this so that you can eventually lock it. You can see this is the position whereby you can lock it. Okay. So I believe there's only one locking position. Right, so once you find that this is a good position for you, you can use the nuts here to lock it up. Right, this eventually may become loose over time, but it's a very simple fix. Right, so now you're able to lock it and then unlock it. Right, lock it, unlock it. So it's a very simple fix. Let's move on to the second one there. Right, this is the one on the left. We're going to repeat the procedure. First of all, right, the nut may be hard to unscrew. Right, just unscrew it. The holding pop out. You can see that there's actually loops here. So this is actually much better. Right, so I just have to make sure it's tightened. Alright, it's tightened. So this is probably been serviced before, but I'm not too sure why on this end it's not done. Okay. So you can see this, nothing is locking at the moment. Just turn it a little bit inwards. Give it a few more rounds. Or maybe there's no locking here. Let me just check it. So you can see there's no locking mechanism on the hot water one. Right, I'm going to show you again on the left hand side. There is actually a locking mechanism. So this hot water one, you can't lock it. You can only do dispension. You can only dispense water. Right, make sure it's free to move. Right, then after that, just lock it up. Right, again, let me just wipe it down. I'm going to take out the other one to show you, right, what I mean by locking. Right. Okay, let's move back to the previous one. Right, let's unscrew this again. Right, can you see a mark here? Right, there's actually a slit here. This allows you to lock your joystick. This is the mark there. Right. So you can see it's now locked at the upper position. Okay, I think this is pretty good. So just turn back the nuts to lock it. Okay. Okay, now it's good. Okay,